The story opens up on a unknown town by the names of Oran in the 1840s. The town is super boring. While people like to make money, while they're not making money, they like to play cards and enjoy drinks. Strangely enough, rats have been found outside of doorsteps dead and laid out across all the city. The narrator lives in a hotel, and the concierge that owns the hotel argues that no rats are living in the building, so some pranksters must have put a dead rat on their doorstep. As he's leaving the building to tell his wife goodbye and send her on her way, he runs into a police magistrate, and they talk about the recurring rat deaths around the city and how strange it is that nobody's talking about it. Later that afternoon, as the narrator by the name of Rio gets in his house, he hears a knock on his door, and it's a news reporter, and he's here for the newspaper looking for an inside scoop of news stories. Rio tells him that if he wants an interesting story, he should look into the recent rat deaths. The reporter gets sent on his way, and Rio starts to leave his hotel. He walks down to the hotel lobby where he finds the concierge basically on the floor, super sick, like basically spazzing out. Rio's a doctor, so he decides to take the concierge back into his room and put him to bed, where he will return later. Rats have been continuing to die everywhere, creating scenes in schoolyards and public areas, to the point where a radio station started to get a hold on the current event, and they were trying to publicize it without starting any havoc. Disputes of whether or not or whether they should call it a plague continue to be talked about within the community of doctors, as more and more patients kept coming in sick with the same deadly symptoms as the ones before. Numbers had been adding up to the point where they had started to wonder if they should be quarantining the people, so that's what they started doing. They started taking some precautionary measures to try to clean the city. As the sickness was still spreading, the government decided to take it into their own hands and really enforce it. Before, they had tried not to create panic, but now it was to the point where they needed to let the people know so that sickness would try to be contained and not kill as many people as it was. It's gone so bad to the point where it was 11 deaths in the span of 48 hours, which was really big considering how small of a city it was. A more serious quarantine note had been issued to the city, allowing people to go to hospitals where they would be treated and quarantined, and if you were any signs of staying sick, you would have to stay home. Despite the measures and precautions they were taking to try to contain the sickness, it wasn't working, as the sickness continued to spread and kill more and more people. The story ends on a bad note, as if the people did not know and they were not prepared for the plague.